So why are we gonna care about Butterdaen versus Alfie WIlliams? King meets king, I guess? Well, here's the thing. I could go on a 7-minute ramble on why you should care about this because it has so many contentions in the heavyweight division and how it could impact the entire division for the next few months. But I'm not going to do that because there's no conceivable way it does. Let's look at the facts. Alfie WIlliams is 2-4. Butterdaen has only won one fight, and even though undefeated, that's one fight. So how are we going to justify this fight? How are we going to justify the booking of this fight? First of all, it's a pretty good stylistic fight, but I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you should be excited for this fight. The second one will be near the end of the video. The first reason, this is just a showcase, guys. This is purely a showcase to have fun. We all want to see Butterdaen. This guy is he's a star. He has a good gimmick that's very likable with people. That's gonna be fun, obviously because of the name Butterdaen. Why should we care about Alfie WIlliams? That's the big question in everyone's mind. Guys, I don't know. Is it a guy for Butterdaen to destroy? No, this guy's a very formidable fighter, but he's had some very stiff competition. So what should we do here? Well, I think you're basically putting most of the hype on the fact that Alfie WIlliams is, I don't know, truly. I think most of this is, the heavy lifting when it comes to hyping up these fights will come from the guy who has more to say. That's obvious. You have to have a bigger mouth when it comes to this. That's what she said. You also need to be a winner, which so far Butterdaen technically is, even though it's only been one fight. And then we get to the fact that you need to have a good gimmick in general, not just speaking wise, but you have to have a good style, and I think he has that. So a lot of the marketing will be around Butterdaen when it comes to getting hyped for this fight, and also the fact that it's in Japan. So this fight is purely a showcase. I can get behind that absolutely. And I've been heard that Alfie WIlliams told me that his style is brawler, so that makes for a very exciting clash of styles, which means this fight could end in about 2 rounds. Because I don't have a lot here to talk to you about. I really don't. This is one of those fights where it's going to happen, it's going to come past, and we're not going to talk about it a few days afterwards. It could give a highlight reel knockout, we'll be talking about it forever, but until it gives us a flash KO, why should we give a damn? Well, it's to fill out the card, isn't it? Night 3 is very important, guys. That's where we find out. That's where we find out who's better between Jam Jones and Torrey Jones Jr. Who has changed. But another reasoning for why this fight is purely a showcase is, realistically, Alfie WIlliams and Butterdaen are not in title contention at all. Right now, I'm going to include Fishy in this conversation, even though he hasn't been fighting recently. But we have Fishy, we have Gabriel Maldonado. It's kind of an iffy scenario because he's been active for a while. Tams King, who has been training, even though he hasn't fought in a very, very long time. Then you have Bugatti. If I'm forgetting anyone else, I don't think I am. That should be it. I don't see Butterdaen or Alfie being even close to this, guys. And we talk a lot about these fights on these main card actions. It's, well, you have to fight for the future. You have to set up your chance to get title contention. It's going to be a long time until Butterdaen makes his way up there. We don't even know if he's ready for that spotlight. And Alfie WIlliams has a long way to go. Obviously, you want to win these type of fights so you can get to that point in the future. But it's going to take a while for that to happen. So, doesn't mean anything stakes-wise for title contention. We're watching purely for showcase. That is okay. It is okay to watch these fights purely for the fact that you want to see Butterdaen fight again. A lot of the hype will be around whether or not Butterdaen can win this fight against another star. But you want to know the second reason why I'm excited for this fight? Well, I was watching Jackass the other night, and I realized in the first movie, they shoot a scene of Butterdaen. I think it was Johnny Knoxville who got beat up. A boxing match between Butterbean, and Johnny Knoxville in the first Jackass movie inside a store in Tokyo. So I'm going to ask you why you're excited, but those are my two reasons I'm excited.